it's been a while since I've made a video, which is usual for me, unfortunately, but I had this quick idea of a video today as I was working on a project, and I'm going to show how to edit geometry or mesh in Blender on a diagonal axis. So it'll be a quick one. I really didn't plan this, but hopefully it helps if you've ever tried to do this. So my example is this build that I'm creating. You see there are some diagonal walls and some are straight along the axis. So what if you want to, modify, like stretch or move faces or vertices or whatever on a diagonal axis that doesn't neatly move along the X and Y that we typically work with? I'm going to, you just res a cube. For this example, I'll use a cube. You can use an edge or a plane or whatever shape you have. And so then I'm just going to rotate it on the Z by 45 degrees, because let's say that I want my new axis to be 45-degree angle. So I'm going to have the top face of the cube selected, and then at the top of the screen go to, it should be on global. By default it'll say global. Transform orientations, click the plus button, and then call it new. I'll just put new diagonal, and then that's it. And then when you want to move the cube, you go up to the top, make sure you have selected your new. If it's on global, go down and select the new custom orientation, and then you can move your object along the axis of the cube that you just made. So that's all there is to it. So if you want to delete some of these custom ones you made, just click on the one you want to delete and click this X to the right of it. Over here, to give you kind of a real world application of the idea, I had this window that I was working on, and I knew I needed to, I already had the hole cut out. Let's say that I want to make a window pane, which is going to be an additional plane piece of mesh that I want to bring over to line up with this window frame. So the window frame's already in place. I built this based on the 45-degree, the diagonal 45, which is the custom orientation I set up earlier. So let me go ahead and res a plane, and then I'm going to go at the top of the screen and back to the list of transform orientations, and I'm just going to choose the one I created earlier, which is called diagonal 45. That is already set to perfectly align with my diagonal window frame here. Okay, so if I rotate that R on the X-axis 45 by 45 degrees, you can see it's aligned perfectly with my window frame. So I can just go ahead and rotate it one more time on the Y to bring it forward. So RY 90, and now it's like a piece of glass, and I can just move it into place nicely, and everything will be nice and lined up. And then I can just size it up to my window. So I hope that makes sense, because sometimes we have things that we want to move and line up on a diagonal axis, and doing it by eye can get really screwy. So it's not the most accurate way to do that. So hopefully this helps for those of you out there who are already into Blender and building mesh. And as always, let me know, send me a message, a comment on YouTube, or a message in world, or a message on my website, which is erie.net, to let me know if you have any other ideas or specific things you would like to see done in Blender, and if I can help. I will certainly record a video or point you in the right direction. Thank you. See you soon.